the arrogance of the studio throwing an actress considered as big a rising star as Leslie Grace under the bus this publicly, when your chief box office rival is the most powerful studio on the planet and can have her on Feige's post-credit green screens or in a Jedi robe in a week?
Movie buff.
If you're enjoying this content, please hit that like and subscribe button. We need you here.
Hey everybody, good morning. Welcome to Comic Artist Pro Secrets. It's me, your friend Ethan Van Sciver, 29-year veteran of the comic book industry. 20 of those years were spent at DC Comics, so I care so much about these people, and I wish them well. Very excited about continuing to talk about this story here, which shook the firmament of Nerd Earth yesterday. I mean, everybody's going crazy about this story. I think it's fantastic. Really enjoying seeing the fallout from this. But before we get into it, would you do me a big favor? If you're new around here, why not subscribe? Ring the bell for notifications and join us here. We're still shadow banned by YouTube, hidden via their algorithm from unsubscribed viewers. Your subscribing could really help push us towards 150,000 subscribers. That is the march that we're on right now. And those of you who are my regular viewers, do what you always do, my friends. Please do like this video, share it, and always, everyone leave me comments below. I read all the comments, and you know, it really, that helps too. So thanks very, very much. Appreciate it. And now on with the story. All right, so yesterday, David Zaslav, what a hero. The new CEO of Warner Discovery. We're looking at him. Listen, we're excited about some of the things he's saying and some of the changes that he is making already as he inherits Warner Brothers in the merger between Discovery and AT&T. Both companies, AT&T and Warner, are tremendously in debt. We're talking billions and billions and billions of dollars in debt. And David Zaslav's task as somebody who runs Discovery very successfully, making low-budget reality TV, shows about true crime, shows about survival, shows about making food, you know, things like that. That's his bread and butter. He doesn't like scripted TV normally. He doesn't like scripted programs. He did already sell off the CW, and now he's looking cockeyed at what the prior administration was doing over at Warner Brothers. He looked at Batgirl the movie, starring Leslie Grace, Michael Keaton, starring Brendan Fraser, starring J.K. Simmons. Fairly big budget movie, actually a mid-budget movie, I would say. It's more like $75 million to $100 million in this day and age. Believe it or not, is a mid-budget movie. Looking at that movie, looking at the feedback that he got from the audience, the audiences who viewed it, and all of them were sick to their stomachs. A few of them, I think, actually kicked their pets when they got home. People are not reacting with joy and with excitement, with enthusiasm over this Batgirl movie. People are saying it looks like poop. It looks awful. It's terrible. It's no fun. So he's sitting there looking at this movie that they've already spent close to $100 million on, and he's thinking, geez, I've got two choices here. I can spend another $100 million, which is what it's going to cost, okay, to market it domestically. We're talking millions and millions of dollars for a global rollout to get this movie into theaters all over the world. You know, probably double the budget. I mean, usually that's... here's the thing. Here's a little trick that you need to understand. When somebody says, look, the budget of a movie was, say, $300 million, understand that that's just what it costs to make the movie. Promoting the movie, okay, costs the same amount over again. So, you know, a movie that costs $300 million to make doesn't start making a profit until it's at $601 million. Then it starts making a profit. So he's looking at that and he's just saying, you know what, I think rather than release this movie and spend flush another $100 million down the drain, I think what I'm going to do instead is I'm just going to take the tax mark down. I'm just going to put it away and just call it a loss. and never release it. And that's what he's doing. And people are outraged. They can't understand it. To me, it's hilarious. I love it. But the people who are concerned about Batgirl's release are like, how come a woman of color is playing Batgirl gets her movie canceled, but Ezra Miller, a white man? What does Ezra Miller identify as now? An antelope? I just want to make sure that I don't misspecies him when I explain who this person is. His movie, The Flash, which already has $200 million sunk into it. I mean, that is a pit. That is a bottomless pit. People are saying, why don't you cancel that as well? Now, I agree. I'm all for that. I say cancel it all. Cancel everything that all of these creepy, awful weirdos, anybody who would hire Ezra Miller to make a movie, there's something wrong with them. And to star as a superhero, I mean, I could see casting him as a weird pedo villain in an episode of Law and Order, but to cast him as the Flash is bizarre. Okay, that just shows you the illness that is going on within Hollywood right now, and the sickness with which somebody like David Zaslav, completely normal guy, successful guy, needs to contend with. Fans are questioning why The Flash starring Ezra Miller is set to be released still. Don't worry, I'm pretty sure by Warner Brothers after news emerged that the Batgirl movie was being shelved indefinitely. This is a lot of cope. This is a lot of people crying. A lot of people are just saying, at this point, we want Ezra Miller to feel our pain too. I'm pretty sure that he will, if he is not numbed by various substances at the moment that he hears. But on the other hand, it is just a matter of money. I mean, I don't know if the Flash movie is actually good. I don't know if audiences are reacting to it or responding to it with joy. I have no idea. Maybe it's good. Don't know. Have no idea. What we do know is the Batgirl movie, according to screening audiences, pre-screened studio audiences, it's garbage. It's pure garbage. It's terrible. They knew it was going to bomb, so they had to get rid of it. Flash, I'm feeling pretty confident that the Flash is also a piece of excrement, but I can't be sure yet, okay? Because I have not heard, and I have not seen any of it. All right, Warner Brothers Discovery announced it no longer plans to release Batgirl. There is a weeping and wailing unlike anything that you've ever heard on Twitter. It's very funny. It's worth looking at. I mean, you want to just type in Batgirl, search Batgirl on Twitter right now. You want to see some people crying over this decision, like children, just like children who do not understand. Or even on HBO Max, the news comes after months of speculation surrounding the Flash movie, as the release has been marred by multiple accusations made towards its lead, Ezra Miller. You lay down with dogs. Miller has recently encountered legal trouble in Hawaii, where he was arrested twice. The parents of teenager Dakota Iron Eyes have accused Miller of manipulating and grooming their child, while other parents have recently spoken out against and about Miller's alleged behavior. Despite the incidents and accusations, I love this image. Look at he's like, me next? Yes, you next. Oh, okay, I'm on the chopping block. Me next, right? Yes, you. It's coming for you, pal. Despite the incidents and accusations leveled at Miller in recent months, The Flash is still set for release June 23rd, 2023. There's plenty of time. Plenty of time to pull the rug out from under this clown. A date which was confirmed as recently as March 9th, 2022. Did David Zaslav agree to that? I mean, is he? Cancellation of Batgirl caused a furious backlash among social media users. Not us, so we laughed. But it wasn't long before people started to question whether The Flash was set to receive the same fate. Yes, I mean, honestly, burn it all down. Burn it all down. Everything. Warner Brothers cancels Batgirl. Warner Brothers cancels Batgirl, but they're all in on The Flash with Ezra Miller. Writer Wajahat Ali wrote on Twitter, adding his prediction that all of this is going to be a disaster. Yes. Adil El Arbi and Bilal Filal made Bad Boys 3, which owned and which was one of the few hits of 2020. Those are the guys who actually made Batgirl. Then made a Batgirl movie with Leslie Grace in the lead and Michael Keaton returning as Batman, and WB shelved it. But also The Flash is still coming out. Okay. Yes, that is right. Well, at least for right now. So there is all kinds of whining. There is all kinds of crying and complaining going on right now on social media over this. I would say just kick back, enjoy what's going to happen. If you care about DC Comics and you care about the idea of good DC movies, there's a good chance that our boy David Zaslav is going to right the ship, and maybe we're going to actually hire some competent people who are not interested in collecting other people's Native American children and moving them to a gun compound in Vermont where they're around tons of marijuana smoke and semi-automatic rifles all around them. You never know. You never know if David Zaslav's going to do that or not. I mean, maybe he's just going to do what he does, which is take all of the DC Comics actors like Leslie Grace and Ezra Miller, put them on an island naked and tell them to survive for the cameras. To me, that would be great too, honestly. That sounds like a better plan than either of these movies could ever be. Way more entertaining, way more fun. Also, you know, what's going to happen to DC Comics Publishing at this point? I haven't heard much, but I will say this, okay? I'm just putting this out here. I might make a video to actually confirm this as a theory. I got a feeling that Todd McFarlane is going to take over DC Comics Publishing. Got a feeling. I feel that way. Why? They're already kind of telegraphing it. Todd McFarlane's already in bed with Warner Brothers DC. He's currently doing all of their action figures and toys, and he's doing a great job. They've had meetings with him. He's going to be doing Batman and Spawn as a comic book, and I think that's just dipping the toe in. I think that's just sort of foreplay. Should I say dipping the toe in and foreplay in the same? That's kind of a strange combination of things, but I think that's just foreplay into Todd McFarlane actually taking over these licensed properties and publishing, running the publishing empire of DC Comics. To which I say, look, yeah, it's about time responsible businessmen who are not also political social activists, who are not corrupt, who are not weirdos. Todd McFarlane, he is a weirdo, but in a good way, in a nerdy way. He's a nerd and a very smart businessman. These guys need to start taking over and making good, responsible decisions for the company. I'm excited about it. I think there's actually, there could be a future here. Whereas a year ago, I would have said, and I think I did say, yeah, DC Comics is doomed. I think this was a good thing. This is a very good thing. So we'll keep our eye on it. I'll keep making videos and let you know where we're at. But yeah, that is my theory. Todd McFarlane takes over publishing of the comic books. And also, yeah, Flash, not going to come out. Not going to happen, but who knows. Thanks, everyone. Leave me comments below. Do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? What are your thoughts? Let me know. And also, please do back CyberFrog 2 Wreck Planet. Here's an ad for you. Hello, Indiegogo backers. CyberFrog 2 Wreck Planet Second Chance campaign is live on Indiegogo right now, just in time to join the fight for independent comics. We need your support. Back it today. Links in the description below.
The All Caps Comics eBay store is live for all of your non-soy comic book needs. Whether it's CyberFrog, Starblades, or Rainbow the Brute, ask for it in all caps. Check out the link in the description below. Hey, come follow me on Twitter, @EthanVanSkyver.